It
Come
says
on,
it's
work this time. Cassie said she was going to come on before and fix it up for me, but there we go. Now I can do it. There we go.
There you go.
We're there. Cool. It worked that time. Now, as long as it works on, I can see the comments. We'll see about that.
Yeah.
Because the other night when I did it, I just had to keep refreshing it, and then I could see the comments. That was weird. I saw everybody coming in. It showed every time somebody came in, but it didn't show the comments. Well, I think Cassie already set it up. She sure did.
You sure did, Mark Morgan's Moonshine.
Cool. Let me back out of this and try again. We'll refresh it. There it is. There we are. Cool. Awesome. Hey, Kyle Fields. What's up, buddy? Larry Parker. The three others are watching.
Nice.
Right?
Nice,
Yeah.
buddy.
I don't know if the comments are going to freeze up again like they did the other night or not. I don't know.
Send
We'll
it
see.
to a couple people. Oops.
Yeah. Pretty cool stuff. I've been I did one other extract since the last time we talked. I did a banana.
Really?
Yeah, it come out looking really weird.
Yeah. Is it dark?
Yeah, see there it goes again, showing people coming in, but I don't see. I'm gonna have to refresh it, see if the comments, if they're commenting or what. I
can
hate
see
that.
comments on uh, Morgan's Moonshine. I can see
Okay.
comments. Brian Key, Marfuga Bar, Larry Parker, Jason Acosta.
I see where they're watching, but I don't see the comments. And Richard Henderson just came in. Roy Collier, yeah, but I'm not seeing. Oh, live chat. That's what I want to see.
Oh, no, mine just stopped for comments. Jason Bartolozzi was in there. Kevin Smith. Hi, Kevin Smith. Yeah, the right Kevin Smith. I'm so sorry about that, dude.
There it goes. Yeah, I just have to refresh it once in a while. That sucks. I'll get it figured out one of these days, or Cassie's going to set it up different for me or something. She talked to me about doing that last week. She's going to have it set up or set it up right before I went live, but I guess she got busy or forgot or something.
I thought it was tomorrow night. It was like 6 o'clock, and I'm like, holy cow, it's tonight. I
Hey,
saw it.
Donald. I was sitting out here playing on my phone, waiting for it, time, and then I was just got through eating dinner and drinking a beer, and I looked up at the clock, and I was like, I looked at my second hand, it quit moving. I was like, oh shit, what time is it really? It was 7:30. I was like, oh shit, I gotta go on here shortly.
Power chowed supper. We had pork roast and taters.
Oh, that sounds a lot better than what I had.
Yummy.
Yeah, I fixed tuna helper.
Oh,
It's all right, hey, I like it.
I've never liked a warm tuna. I don't
Ooh,
know.
oh yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, I like tuna anytime. I'll take tuna anytime.
I like a good sandwich. Hi, everybody. Richard Henderson, Charlene.
Hey, everybody. How's Charlie, Richard, Kevin, Donald? Oh, yeah. Good to see everybody. Thanks for coming in. Last week we were talking about flu and cold remedies, using herbals and whatnot. And I think we're going to start off where we left off, if you want to call it where we left off. We went into 2 hours. But I think we want to touch on the subject a little more. I know springtime's coming around. Next week, I think we're going to be talking more about allergies and stuff because the pollen's in the air and spring's springing and all the stuff's happening. So I think we're going to finish up. But actually, we'll just talk about anything and everything tonight, I guess. I'll leave that up. I'll leave that up to Ditch Witch.
I have a few things saved about the dandelions.
Oh, yeah?
Because that's a good thing everybody's going to have coming up in their lawns, and either they're
They're
going to
starting to pop up right now. You're right.
pick them up and chuck them, or pick them up and use them. You might as well use them.
Hey, something that I need to work with that I'll show you because I know you do ladies' night on the militia group. I don't know if you already know this, but on the here I'm talking about this while we're live, but they got a way on StreamYard now where you can present. You can click on that and present stuff on there instead of having it off to the side.
Oh,
It's down there where you bring people in. It's the
all
same
right.
spot. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a nice additive that StreamYard put on there. It's pretty cool. I have to work with it, play with it a little bit more, but I think it'd be really good because last week we had problems posting pictures where people could see them.
Right.
I think this is going to make it better for that. They
Yeah,
do JPEG. You can do JPEGs and all kinds of stuff. So
I only get a couple seconds while Damon's on to, learn the buttons, and then he takes off and leaves me there just to run by fly by night. And
well, you'll learn it.
I blocked poor Toby last week.
I heard.
I felt awful. Afraid Not said to share it in his group, the collective. So throwing that in the Moonshine Collective.
All right. Thank you.
But the other thing I had saved was the Amish ibuprofen and Amish, I think, antibiotic or something.
I didn't dummy me. I didn't download anything because of the problems we had last week, and noticed this today. It just popped up here where it helps you present an invite. So, I apologize for not being on it.
Well, taking anything we go over tonight, I'll throw in that chat.
Yeah.
If everybody doesn't mind that chat, let us know if that just ting, ding, ding, dinged you all the time or.
Oh, it didn't bother me a bit. Not a bit. There's a way to turn that off too. So.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping there was. Every time something, I was like, "Hi, everybody." Post, "Hi, everybody."
Richard just said talking about he had a tooth pulled and he doesn't want to get a dry socket. No, you don't want to do that.
Yes, that sucks. Yes.
Not at all. I did have here you go. I had the dandelion salve. Yeah. You were talking about dandelions. There's a recipe. We already posted that for last week. That's on the chat, guys. If you guys want to learn more stuff about that, all the stuff that we talk about tonight, will be on that chat. You can follow it, make comments and suggestions as well. So just to give you a heads up. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Lisa.
No, I was just looking to see what else I had saved in here. The ginger lemon honey throat lozenges. I don't think we did those last week.
Was that what no, we didn't. We were talking about the bombs that you freeze.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Not the lozenges.
So
and anybody that has the book and or has downloaded the book, the Lost Book of Herbal Remedies, you could. I think, do we still have that link, Lisa, or did?
Yep. It's. I can share it here in a second. Find it.
Okay.
I had it tagged.
I did too, and I don't know what I did with it. Hey, Morgan Stewart. But once you post it, I'll highlight it so people can read it and go to it and know what we're referring to in the book. All these things that we're getting for now, there'll be other books later that we use, guys, and other stuff that we use. But for right now, since this is just the second episode, Lisa has this book and I have this book. So we're going off the remedies out of this book. So if you go to there's a link you can click on it. It's a free download, doesn't cost anything. It's the Lost Book of Burke. It's the Lost Burke. It's the Lost Book of Herbal Remedies.
Oops.
So it's the same pages and everything. So if you want to reference that or know what we're talking about, you can always reference that and come up with your own remedies as well. There's so many out there.
I just posted it on Mark Morgan's.
Okay.
On this podcast in the comments.
Awesome. Thank you, Lisa. I can't highlight it because I don't have my that comments on the StreamYard side.
Turn my
That's all right. That's okay. Alma Brown, how you doing? Hope everybody's doing well and not having. There you go. That's perfect, Lisa. Yeah, you guys just click that link that Lisa just put up, and you can reference through these pages and go through the cold and flu remedies. It has a bunch of different pages that talks about different tinctures, uh, herbs, and all kinds of different stuff. And you can look them up and how to make them. It's a pretty good book. It really is.
Jason Acosta, no, I haven't run mine yet. It's still too cold. We got 6 inches of snow today, so
Oh, wow.
it's still snowing.
Jenny Parker, Janet Parker, welcome in. And that's something I want to do too. And I want to make a dandelion wine. Mark Frugal was talking about he made a dandelion wine. I'd like to do that sometime. They make a brandy out of it. What the hell?
Oh, yeah. I've posted a couple dandelion wine recipes in my Wild Things page
Nice.
recently. But one of them was a dandelion tincture. And
Right.
I think I posted that here.
I was getting antsy and almost ordered some dandelion off of Amazon. I said, no, they'll be popping up in the yard before long.
Yes, yep. It seems like on this, she didn't use the root. She had just mostly the leaves, and she just chopped it off at the top of the root. So she didn't. The root probably is too fire.
Right. I also saw on, and not just on, or other than hers, people talking about not using the stems because it has different remedies. It's used for different purposes. That for a lot of people they'll just use just the leaves or the flower, but they're all edible. They're all good, have good uses and purposes.
Yep. Yep. Dandelion leaf is like vitamin C. I keep scrolling up and down so I can find everything. Vitamin C and vitamin A is the leaves.
And vitamin K from the flower, right? Or is that the roots?
I think it's the
roots.
Too.
Yeah, it's the roots.
Okay.
Hey, Renee. Hey, Kim. Welcome in, everybody. Yeah, that's the roots. And that's something that you haven't heard of for a long time is K2, I think, or K12. You don't hear a lot about the K vitamins. You don't hear a lot about
them. No. There we go. The flowers, the leaf, and the root. And none of them say anything about vitamin K.
Oh, all right. Maybe I'm mistaken.
It doesn't go into any other vitamins, actually. But it says skincare, tea, the flowers, if you take and cut them right close up to the top, don't leave much stem, soak them in water for a few minutes and then dry them, and then put them in a batter and fry them, and they're really good. People put them into like a lemon cookie too.
Oh,
that would be good.
Donald Slavi says he makes dandelion moonshine.
Nice.
I'd like to try that, Donald.
Yes. Yeah, and the root makes a good coffee. Some people use chicory and make a coffee. You just grind it up, roast it in your oven. It's like 250 for however long it takes to get nice and toasty brown looking.
You might be right, Kim. I just know I saw somewhere about the dandelion root and the K2 and K12, something to that effect. I just recently saw that last day or two. She said, for those that can't read Kim's comments, she said, I thought that K2 was just that fake spice stuff they used to smoke, to be honest. Thank you, Parker. Renee.
Jason Bartolozzi, I got your stickers today. Thank you.
Oh, cool.
You're still listening. Chicory makes a really strong coffee. You got to be careful with it. Yeah, it does.
Oh, I never tried it. I like my coffee, so.
Yeah, I do.
In fact, I was hoping to make some today, but
They had something that isn't in the book is that Amish ibuprofen, and it says pain relief, infuses dandelion and rosemary in raw apple cider vinegar.
yeah, apple. Yeah,
It says a half cup of dandelion flowers and roots, 1 cup fresh if you're going to use the fresh. Quarter cup of dried rosemary, half cup of fresh rosemary.
it's always more fresh than it is dried, right? Yeah, it's
Is
always
what?
double. It's always double
Yeah.
fresh than it is dried.
Yep. Because you'll have the water that's in it.
Right.
Yep. But it says just half cup dandelion flowers and root, quarter cup rosemary, doubled if fresh, and 2 cups of raw apple cider vinegar. Put it in dark glass. Store in a container for 2 weeks. But it says it's good for pain and inflammation. 2 teaspoons, 3 times.
My brain, I'm in a brain fog tonight. What's we talked about this last week, and you turned me on to it a long time ago.
Mullen.
With Mullen, Mullen for the cough. Thank you so much, and I highly recommend that.
Yes.
And I know a lot of people that I've been talking to that've been getting sick. They've had this horrible cough. So there you go, everybody. Mullen.
Yes.
It works great, I promise you.
You want to get the second year plants, when they start to spike up. And the first year, it'll just be a rosette on the ground. And the second year, it'll throw a flower spike. And that's when it's at its best because it's flowering. I mean, you can get the first year stuff, but it's usually on the ground. You got to really watch for dirt and stuff. And second year, when it throws that spike, it's doing really good. And,
Cool.
The yellow flowers are
Kim
good.
says she sent you something to watch later, Lisa.
Hmm?
Kim Spencer said she sent you something to watch later. I guess it's private. She can't share with us.
Oh.
I'm playing.
Oh. And if it's Kim Spencer, I'm thinking of it's a man. Ferret Shine.
Yeah. Not bad. I'm such a idiot. David Dance, how you doing, buddy? Joe Parks.
So, but that Amish ibuprofen, that it says 2 teaspoons of tonic in the glass of water or herbal tea 3 times a day. Good for pain, inflammation. I thought that would be a good one to keep around because everybody's doing. The dandelions will be growing right now in the yard.
Yep. Yeah. I'll never forget how they popped up in our yard at my mom's house. They were everywhere. I mean, everywhere.
The other thing I had out was poison ivy. Excuse me. And poison ivy is, it grows usually right around its remedy. And jewelweed is a good remedy for poison ivy.
Jewelweed.
Orange flowers, they call them touch-me-nots.
Touch me not.
Seed pod. Yeah, they have a seed pod on them. When you touch them, all the seeds go. We used to do that to kids, here, touch that. And it'd pop and scare the kids. But that jewelweed is a really good remedy for poison ivy. And you take it and just mash the crap out of it, add a little bit of water. And I leave it as it is like that. But some people strain it and then just freeze it in ice cube trays.
Good.
And then take them out, put them in a Ziploc baggie, and you'll always have it ready to go.
I like that idea. It's a great idea, especially with kids in the summertime.
I'll post a picture of the jewelweed.
What's up, Mike? How you doing, Mike?
But I'm trying to think, everybody's so ahead of us that I'm trying to think of things that I would be doing first thing in the spring that you guys are all ready to do that I'm not ready yet.
Yeah. You're right. You're right about that. Richard Henderson says our yard is covered with the purple nettles right now. How are they used again?
Yes,
Purple nettles.
yes, purple nettles are great.
They're
Yeah.
used for, they're not used for, what the heck was it? Uh, I just read that just the other day too. My memory's going. I'm getting too old. Wasn't nettles for here, let's look it up. That's a good question, Mike. So Richard. Nettles. Lisa's gonna find it before I do.
I was just reading it here.
There you go. Go ahead.
Habitat. There we go. Edible salads and stir fries. Anti-inflammatory, antiseptic, and astringent. Allergies, kidney issues, urinary tract infections, and promote wound healing. And there's another one that the flowers look just like it. It's called henbit, but purple nettle has that kind of a, I don't know, it looks dyed on the top, whereas henbit is green. But
Alma Brown's Newsom Alma says wild lettuce is good for pain.
yes, it is. Yep. Yep. That white sap. You can take and crush up the leaves, add a little water, and throw them through a blender, and then squeeze it out, rinse it out. And then I'd put it on those coffee heaters that you keep your coffee cup warm on? You plug them
Yeah.
in, you set your coffee cup on them, put it in a coffee cup and set it on one of those, and it'll boil it down until you get like a thicker black liquid. And that's when it's at its best.
We had one last week. Just the questions that popped up, and we had something on here, and I can't remember what it was. Oh, here it is, right here. Herbs for women.
Yeah.
The question was, Jason asked remedies for a wife going through menopause.
Oh, red clover is really good. I can't see that, but red clover is really good. St. John's wort oil is
Hey,
really good.
John. Yeah.
Primrose is really good. I'm not sure what that one has listed. I'll have to look.
Dong Quai. I don't even know that one.
Oh,
It's,
Dong Quai. Yes, Dong Quai is really good. You can get that from QVC. They have Dong Quai and bee pollen, bee jelly. It's like the royal bee jelly. It's what they feed the queen. That got me through when I had my operation and had my ovaries removed. That settled my whole system right back into normal. Was Dong Quai and royal bee jelly. You can get it from QVC. You can probably order it online now, but
Vitex is another one I've never heard of.
I'm not sure. Let me see if I can find the picture.
It's 5-leaf and a purple flower come up the middle.
For women. Yeah. Vitex. No idea.
Here's one for breast milk support.
Yeah, black cohosh. Yeah, black cohosh is another one that's really good. Fennel. Yeah, those. I don't know what the shatavari is for the maca, but Dong Quai is, you probably can order that anywhere now. But
Yeah, it's a root, right?
Dong Quai, yes. Primrose oil and St. John's wort oil is good for mood enhancement, and primrose is good for the settling of the hormones in women.
There you go, Jason. There you go. Get your wife fixed up. Happy wife, happy life.
Red clover is easily found. You just take the flowers and it'll have a little rosette of leaves at the top. Take that red flower, it's kind of purple, but take that whole rosette of flowers and dry them and make a tea. They taste like hay, so throw some peppermint in there or anything like a butterscotch candy or something to give it some flavor.
Yeah, it's always just like that picture that you turned me on to about the beard.
Yeah.
The smell wasn't unpleasant, but I added lavender to it.
Yep.
Heck yeah.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
problem is now I'm swatting bees. I'm kidding.
That was the other one we had. saved was herbs to repel bugs. And
Right.
rosemary was on there, thyme, lavender, eucalyptus,
Times
basil.
to get the mint.
Yeah, any of the mints,
Oh,
sage, lemon balm, citronella, sweet basil. Some people are allergic to sweet basil, though. You have to watch sweet basil.
well, that goes with anything. And I meant to say something about that earlier, Lisa. I didn't. Is the fact that you guys want to make sure, we're talking about all these remedies and stuff. And like Lisa said, some people are allergic to basil. You know, please try it before a little bit before you go and make as big doses and start taking it.
I try to use the most commonly used stuff so people already know if they're allergic to it. Like oregano oil. Oregano oil is like the best thing for everything. It's antiseptic, antifungal. It's really good for you, oregano oil. And most people aren't allergic to oregano.
Right. That's very common. You're right. Another big one that's very beneficial is the olive oil. So,
Yep, yep. You take your oregano and soak it in olive oil and make oregano oil. And
hey, Patrick Mooney and OBX.
So those are really good ones. I'll try to keep these together and I'll put them in the chat tomorrow. All the pictures that we have and stuff to go with them.
Yeah, I apologize again. I was off my game. I want to reach back and Jason was asking about the Mistral problems, and Richard Henderson says you can always go to another room.
Yeah, or 2 rooms over.
Yeah, or go to your brother's house.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I used to do.
QVC was QVC, GNC.
GNC.
GNC is that's where I had gotten the Dong Quai and Royal Bee Jelly. They make a capsule, and you take 1 a day or 2 a day, whatever it was, and that really helped balance me out. And St. John's Wort and Primrose will be harder to find. You'd have to probably order Primrose oil or a Primrose capsule, and that's really good. That black cohosh that we had listed was really good. But the ginger lemon honey throat lozenges.
Do I have that
on here? It's on the our little go into group page there.
Right.
You and I. But you take 1 tablespoon of fresh ginger juice. So you just shred up some ginger and sieve it through and get some of the juice. 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, 2 tablespoons of honey, and you mix in enough powdered sugar to make it almost like a dough so you can mess with it. And you roll it into little balls, and then you roll it in the powdered sugar again to keep it coated. And they're pretty good. They're sweet. They're really sweet for you.
Welcome in, Carrie. Corey. I said Carrie. Welcome in, Corey. Good to see you.
Some of those ginger lozenges are pretty bad,
I haven't had one.
They give you that burnt on the back of your tongue. Like a ginger ale, when you drink a ginger ale, you get that spot on the back of your tongue that, I don't know, is a little prickly. I don't know. Ginger does that.
I like ginger ale.
Yeah, I do. But usually the first sip, of a real fizzy ginger ale it goes to the back of your tongue and it gives you that, I don't know, little prickly taste feeling.
David Dance asked the question. He says, is there anything for the heart?
Heart. Oh, man.
And who would better ask than that? David Dance.
Yeah. There's stuff that says for high blood pressure and low blood pressure and all that. But in my view, if, you got a cut and a sore and all that, use herbal shit. But if there's something wrong with your heart, go with your doctor, That's, not something you want to mess with. You want it done right, you know.
Yeah, we're just talking about colds and flus right now, buddy.
Yeah, that would really scare me to think about, somebody might know more than me, about it. Because I've always said I digitalis is something that's used. Foxglove is a heart medication, is digitalis. But I grow foxglove, but I'd never use it, to jumpstart my heart or
Right?
something. It's just above my knowledge.
And
You'd
well, isn't there speaking of hearts and whatnot, I mean vascular, isn't there some that I just read about that I can't think of it, of course, but that do help thin out the blood and expand the blood vessels.
Yeah, hiring and lowering blood pressure and cleaning your blood, so it has an easier time and doesn't get the poison pumped through, you
Right.
know. So a blood cleanser, like a burdock root is a good.
Burdock. That's
Yeah,
what I was thinking of.
burdock root is a good blood cleanser, and garlic. Garlic is a good blood cleanser. Trying to think off.
I'm
Coming off
laughing.
the top of my head.
I'm not laughing at you, Lisa. I'm laughing because I'm reading the comments over here on Morgan's moonshine group. My lifelong friend Jimmy Butt says hash oil.
Yes, that'll make you not care what ails you.
It's soothing and relaxing.
Soothing and relaxing. Yep, garlic is really great for your heart. Hash oil. How did St. John get warts? Well, you see his girlfriend. She was very friendly around town. He might have been a saint, but she weren't.
No, she were not.
I need a shot. How come
All
I
right.
giggle through half of these? I'm not this bad on the other one.
Good, you're good. It's fun. You got a great giggle. I'll do a shot with you. I don't even know what it is.
I remember last week it was nut oil, and I couldn't keep myself together every time I said nut oil. I couldn't keep it together. I couldn't keep a straight face. My kids are so proud of me.
Do they still think you're a witch?
Oh God, that's funny. Sometimes more than others.
Good years, sweetheart. We didn't ding the bell.
Ooh.
That was coffee. That was coffee.
Oh, nice. Hey, coffee. Coffee.
Stash somewhere.
No, I would think for a heart problem, getting your blood clean, and getting your liver so your liver really does its job, and your kidneys really do its job to clean the poisons out of your system so that your heart doesn't have to, put up with dirty oil. It's like
No, you're right. It's like a car engine, right. You got to keep it clean. And any, most heart problems come from vessel blockage. So,
cleaning
your vessel clean and your blood thin, and don't want to keep it too thin though. You don't want to get it cut and bleed to death.
Yes, yeah. Mark, did you check your mail today?
No, I did not. Oh yeah, I did. I did check my mail. I did, and I did. No, what did I get? I got something, but it wasn't for anything from you, or did somebody else ask that?
Richard Henderson.
I missed the comment. Let's see here. I did check the mail. There was nothing in it, Richard. I'm sorry. Give me, Mark. I can't have nothing to drink. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. Yeah, he's got that tooth. Dadgummit, man. That sucks. I always worked around it, man. I'd plug my tongue up in that hole and drink anyway.
Yeah.
And smoke. Not supposed to smoke when you have that.
The other thing people were talking about was the firesiders. Have you seen those?
I haven't.
They call them firesiders because they have the jalapeno peppers in them, black onions, peppercorns. It's almost like what JB made, but it's with apple cider
Yeah.
vinegar.
We did touch on that a little bit last week. Yeah.
Yeah. There's all kinds of different recipes. Different people make it, different ways. You can pretty much you pick and choose of the things that you want to put in it or have readily available. But any of your black pepper, red peppers, garlic, onions.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, or actually, I'm just going to ask you instead of making a fool of myself and being wrong. Now, like with cayenne pepper, they add cayenne to that for a reason.
Yes. Yep.
And what is that reason?
Inflation.
Thank you.
Yep. And they say cayenne pepper in the cold. If you put cayenne pepper in your boots, it's supposed to keep your toes warm. I've never tried it, but I just read that the other day.
Well, that would give a whole new meaning to your wife sucking on your toes.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, you'd know it because she'd be coming up going, woo, it's hot down there.
Son of a bitch.
You know? Your toe cheese tastes
Oh, Lisa.
toe cheese tastes like cayenne.
Oh, my God.
But some of the additives that they had, because like that thing with JB. JB had black pepper, red pepper flakes, and he used alcohol in his. But jalapenos, lemons, orange, onion.
I'm sorry I interrupted you. Doesn't the cayenne also help open up the pores and get rid of all that? It helps you sweat out stuff.
Yeah. It it makes you sweat. Yeah. Cayenne does. But
I know as a kid, my aunt always talked about when we got the flu or the cold, you want to sweat out. So get out in the heat or wear a lot of clothing and sweat it out.
Yep.
So there you go.
It'll help you sweat it out. Turmeric's really good for pain and inflammation. You can use that. Just go to the bakery aisle, and buy a can of it. Turmeric is chopped up and ground. Horseradish root, that'll make you sweat.
Yeah, and cry.
Yeah, so well.
I had an uncle. In fact, the same uncle I got my moonshine recipe from, he had his own grinders and stuff, and he would go out in his garden, get horseradish, set it in a grinder, have a big cereal bowl of it, and just eat it by the spoonful.
Oh, wow. My dad loved it. And
it's sweat and tears just rolling down his face. He just smiling and eating it.
Yeah. Yeah, my dad used to pack it in our packs when we'd go out on horseback, and he'd pack crackers and horseradish in a little jar, he had. And, he didn't even want to sit next to him when he ate it. It was awful. But ginseng root, ginger root, those things,
Now, it's funny you said ginseng because I was sitting here right before we came on. I was scrolling through and I'm watching an episode. I forget what it was called, but where the guys are out hunting ginseng. Remember that? They used to have it on TV shows a lot.
Yeah, something Outlaws.
Yeah. Appalachian Outlaws. That's it. Yeah. And so what was the big thing back in the day? And I know it's still a big thing, but I mean, it became so popular about ginseng. And would you elaborate on why it was so popular and why it became, everybody wanted it and had to have it?
Well, they say it's like a magic elixir. It cleans your blood, your lymphatic system, and your blood lymphatic system. I'm trying to think. It's good for your kidneys and your liver, but it's
your libido.
Yeah. It's like this magic thing. Everybody. It has a lot of good
If you have ED, it was good
Hmm?
for ED. If you had ED, it was good for ED.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, because it
Makes
look.
sense. I mean, if it's good for your blood flow, then
Yep,
absolutely.
yep. It's good for your blood flow and it cleans out your blood. Ginseng is one of the herbs that's in the Easiac, the cancer thing that I was talking about. Easiac, ginseng, burdock, and yellow dock. Can't think of the other one.
All the docs,
All the docks.
fish and doc.
Yeah, but dock is really good. Yellow dock is supposed to be just about the same thing. You know, they clean out your system for you and help.
And the older you get, the more you need your system cleaned out, let me tell you.
Wow. Yeah. You know, well, all this stuff adds up,
It
you know,
does.
over time.
It sure does.
You know, you figure even
I
just
know,
what we eat.
I know it helps me a lot taking these herbs and stuff. It's made a big difference. It really has. It's helped me a lot. I don't feel near as tired. I got a lot more energy.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, your body's not fighting all those things.
It's
You
going
know,
there. You're right. You're right.
it's getting, you know, to relax a little bit and just do its job. It's not having to work and, you know, fluctuate that stuff out, you know.
Yeah.
It's got to weed it out and then, you know, it'll come out through your intestines and then you're just putting that stuff into your intestines to sit for a day. This one was the wild cherry, bark and wild cherry bark, cough syrup, bark syrup, uh, wild cherry bark, mullein leaf, rose hips, honey, and water. You know, most of these things you can get right off Amazon.
Yeah, that sounds good too.
Wild cherry bark, you know, is something that you'd want to buy because sometimes your trees, you know, they'll keep the rotten stuff in their bark. You know, they don't let it into the goodness of the tree, so all,
Right.
all the crud will stay in the bark. So, like if you have a wild cherry tree that's next to the, you know, highway, it's going to have, you know, everything from the exhausts and the oils and all those things in it.
Yeah.
So some
No,
things it's better off to buy, you know.
when I first started looking into this, I'm cruising down the highway and I saw stuff that I might be interested in. I was like, no, not next to the highway, Mark.
It's like cattails, you know, you see them next to the highway all the time and
All the time.
little green tops, you know how they have the fuzzy brown tops. Before
Right.
they get fuzzy brown, they're green and you can eat those. It's just a, you know, it's like a softer carrot almost. You can eat those, but if you break the stalk off and you squeeze it and you can get that mucus out of it, it's really good for toothaches and stuff. So that's
Cool.
cat nine tails. But again, you want to, you know, grab it next to the highway.
No. Have every pollutant in the world in it, right?
Yeah, yeah. Especially those muck pits. That's why they have them muck pits,
Exactly.
you know? So you want to get it from a nice clean source.
That's a great idea, Richard. I read Richard's comment. He says, I have a sweet cherry extract that's ready to be strained and bottled now. Might add sweet basil to it. Absolutely, buddy. I just did a sweet cherry, sweet black cherry, and it's coming out phenomenal. That extract. It's like,
Yeah.
oh my god.
You want to watch basil. Basil's really strong. So, you know, when you add it, add, you know, a quarter of a teaspoon, half of a teaspoon at a time, because basil is really strong and it will overpower. Depends on what you want it for.
I did this the other night. Just started yelling my head off. Here I'm doing it again.
Thyme. They have thyme in here for steam if you have, you know, a clogged up head and all that for congestion. And thyme is something, you know, people have that right in their cabinets, you know, and they're, You can buy it right at the bakery in one of them little things. Or you can buy it fresh in the produce section.
Yeah, time's always available,
Yep.
except for meal time.
Yep. Yes.
I ran out of time. I got some over here in my cupboard.
Well, now they have lemon thyme, and red thyme is the best. But the lemon thyme I used to plant around my doorsteps. And whenever you walked in or people came up to knock on your door, it just smelled like lemons. It just smells nice.
Oh, yeah.
And it takes being walked on really well. It's good for on walkways. If you plant it off your walkways, it'll grow in. It'll take right off.
Heck yeah. Let people walk on it. Come
Yeah.
in my house smelling good.
And it does. It smells good. It's an old trick for people who grow pot. They'd put stuff like that around their house so you didn't smell the green.
Oh, yeah.
But
I know that one year I grew it, I had 7 plants growing out here along the side of the house, and you can smell it everywhere. I drive up in the driveway and go, oh, God, I got to do something about this shit.
yeah.
Then I really freaked out when I came home from work and there's 3 cop cars parked out front. I was like, son of a bitch, I'm busted. Come to find out, they was for the neighbor next door.
Whew.
Needless to say, I chopped them down, got rid of them because I was too paranoid.
Yeah. I can't remember what happened. We had something happen next door to us, and I looked out the window, and there was 3 cops walking by with a German Shepherd, and I'm like, oh my God, don't come across the street. Stay on that side of the street, please.
Yeah. This
one, it calls for acerola cherry powder. I'm not sure if that's what
Aciola?
that
I think it's pronounced Aciola. Aciola.
Acerola.
Yeah. I think
That's
that's
a
right.
type of
Aciola. Aciola.
Yeah, a type of cherry.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Cherry. It's good. It's not as sweet as a lot of them, but it's a good cherry.
It's a good preventative measure for the onset of a cold. You can use it as stirred into a warm water or smooth drink. Dried rose hips, orange peel, dried and crushed and powdered. That cherry powdered, and raw honey. You mix them all together and you can keep it for 3 to 6 months.
Nice.
But
So if you're using it this time around, you'll have to do it again next year.
Yes. Yep.
So make small batches for now since it's ending the season. So.
Right. Well, this is only a half cup of raw honey on top of it, so you'd only be making one of them little.
Yeah.
And
who doesn't like honey?
Oh, yeah. But it's so easy now because you can just buy this stuff on Amazon. Back when I did so much of mine, I was running around trying to find this stuff. And a lot of these recipes have popped up now, whereas the older recipes, were things that you could find,
Right.
It's just opened up so much that you can get stuff so easily now.
Thank God for the internet.
Yeah.
That was a dead sounding bell, David. That bell. I only got enough shot for one more, David. I know Richard's gonna get mad. I'll wait for you, Lisa.
Whew.
Janet Parker says, just plain shine makes me sweet. Sweat. I had to say sweet.
Get the liquor sweats.
That goes a time or two.
Goldenrod was another one I was surprised. People with allergies and stuff and colds should use goldenrod.
Yeah, well, mine's not so golden anymore.
Yeah, no, that'll be coming up this fall. But I was surprised about it. I know I'd said, for, allergies and stuff, but they say it's urinary tract and kidneys too. Somebody was saying most of your yellow plants are good for pee related stuff. You wonder if,
Make your pee yellow? Oh,
yeah, yeah. You wonder if that's, just kept from an old time thing, or whether that's
well,
just something.
that being said, though, I mean, a lot of those are right. They come true. And it's like,
Yeah.
well, they do something.
Another one, colt's foot is coming up now, and bloodroot. Do your research on both of them because they're can be toxic if you use too much, but those are really good for you. Bloodroot is good for your blood, obviously, and colt's foot is in a lot of cold medications, but they can be toxic if used too much. So, but they're coming up now for you guys, whereas
Yeah.
I still have a couple months before I see them. Bloodroot, you'll see the white flowers. You won't see any foliage really. You'll just see the white flowers coming up. And colt's foot, they have yellow flowers. They'll have foliage too when they come up, but not much. It's the second year they flower. They're really good for you. So I've been trying to think of things that you guys are going to be coming into. I mean, some of us like Pennsylvania, they're later too, but you guys down south, you can get stuff early. I'm seeing pictures of daffodils and azaleas and forsythias. And there's a forsythia too. I thought I had saved. I don't see it, but there was a use for forsythia. Forsythia. But you use the flowers, the red buds. Those are coming up now. You guys can get red buds.
Sorry, I got distracted. I got a personal text. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I had to reply.
We don't have the red bud up here as much as you guys have.
Mike Friend. There's Mike Friend talking about the ghost pipes.
Ghost pipes, yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Indian pipes, another name for that. But I was going to go look for that last week. And it was really the late end of the season for that here in Florida. But I didn't go, so.
Ours come right in the middle of the summer for us.
Nice.
You can find them.
Yeah, ours is right at the end of fall, or right in the beginning to the end of fall.
Yeah. Yeah, with the internet, it's so much easier to take and, just buy the stuff sometimes. It's amazing to me, that, 20 years ago, almost 30 years ago now when I was doing my herbal healer class and stuff, you had to go dig for this stuff. You had to go running around. You had to put the miles in, or grow it yourself. And I grow echinacea, but it takes so much root to do what you want for echinacea. I don't have any plants left. It's a lot, so.
I wanted to answer Janet Parker. She asked where I was from. I'm originally from Missouri, but I live in Florida. Janet. Charlene just put in to join Morgan's Moonshine so she can watch. All right, let me try to fix that.
Yeah, I was just going to go too.
I'll fix that for you, Richard. There we go.
Yeah, so I don't know if anybody has questions or not. I'm just trying to fill in time for people, things you might be able to. Here's the primrose. Evening primrose.
Drum and Son is over on YouTube. He said, my grandma And my grandpa used to make a tea from a plant called ratsbane, found growing in the shady area of the woods in thick leafy mulch, and he said it was very medicinal. Never
Rat,
heard of it.
no, ratsbane? Huh.
Ratsbane. Never heard of it. I'll have to look that up.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll write it down too. I've heard of wolfsbane. Wolfsbane is poisonous.
Never heard of that one either.
Yeah, wolfsbane is poisonous. It is used medicinally, but it's one of those things you gotta use it really calmly. Ratsbane. I've never heard of that.
I've never heard of that. Makes me all weirded out just thinking about ratsbane.
But evening primrose was the menopause, balancing women's hormones, PMS, and menopause.
What was that, primrose?
Yep, primrose, and that's an oil. Hair loss in men and women, skin disease, psoriasis, osteoporosis, and arthritis, gastrointestinal, whooping cough, asthma and allergies. Jeez. Blood pressure and cholesterol. And that is page 76, 75, 76 in that Lost Herbal book, Evening Primrose.
76. Turn to your hymnal.
Yes.
What is it singing?
Yes. But the evening primrose, the red clover, and there was one other one I can't remember what we talked about, are easily found. So they should be relatively cheap to buy if, you had to buy it. St. John's wort, that was the other one. St. John's wort. And St. John's wort, it makes the most beautiful orange oil. It turns it a lovely shade of orange. It's really pretty.
St. John's wort's really good for a sleep aid too, right?
Yes. Yep. It's a nervine. It's calming. It's got a lot of uses as far as chilling you out.
Charlene, I made it finally. PMS putting up with men's shit.
Yep.
Well, Charlene, you just have to go over to ladies' night Thursday night and just hang out with the ladies.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, on
Okay. Johnson said it's also known as spotted wintergreen.
spotted wintergreen.
Never heard of that one either, but that's another
Yep.
name.
I will write it down. I think I've seen pictures of it because Tiffany, a girlfriend of mine, I think she had a spotted something.
She might not want you to relay that to everybody. She might have wanted to keep that private, Lisa.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't tell everybody secrets.
She had a spotted something.
She had a spotted something.
I told her to go to the doctor.
Yep. Pull your pants up and hide that thing.
Oh, Lisa. This is not ladies' night. Oh, my goodness.
You never know what's going to come out of her mouth.
That's fine. I'm just playing with you. It's all fun. I'm enjoying it. It's cool.
Yeah, well, that's how we learned, You didn't learn shit in school because it was all structured and so, chaotic. And when it's fun and you get to learn it just because of a joke, you might remember some of these things,
Yep.
Extracts.
Spotted wintergreen. I like wintergreen.
Yeah, I'll have to look that one up.
I wonder if it's in our book.
Probably. Where did I just put that?
Right?
Lost Book of Herbal Remedies.
There it is.
That book, if people didn't know, it's free. It doesn't load up on your phone. It stays right on the internet. And it'll give you a list of problems first, afflictions. And then it'll give you the plants itself. There's another one, Prunella, the self heal. I hit on that last week.
I was gonna say you talked about that.
Yeah, that is one that you guys will have starting to come up. That's a really good one.
Prunella, plantain.
Yeah, plantain's a good one. Yeah, yeah. Achilles, the Achillea, yeah, yarrow. That's a good one for
It'll
healing.
kill you. Did you say it'll kill you?
Yeah, Achillea.
Or did you say tequila?
No, Achillea. Millefolium. Achillea millefolium. It's named Achilles.
Let me see if I can post it again, David. Well, I can't post it. Can you post it on here, Lisa? On the other one?
On the of the book?
Yeah, the link to the book.
On Morgan's Moonshine.
Or
podcast in the comments. It's up to the top.
Yeah, scroll up. Or unless he just came on, David.
I can post it again.
I can do that. I need to be good for something.
Right here. There you go.
You already got me beat to it. God damn it.
Well, I was right there.
All right.
But it won't post. How come it's not posted? There we go.
There you go, David. There's your link. And you can download that, David. It's free. It doesn't cost anything, and you can always have it.
Yeah. You can download it, but it stays right on the internet if you don't. And that way, it doesn't load up your phone as crap.
Yeah, that's true. It takes a lot of memory.
I'm out, Jason.
You're right, Mark Frugal. It's a lot more fun. You learn a lot more when it is fun. It's absolutely true.
Yeah. Yeah,
Absolutely.
It is. And especially when, you can remember funny stuff,
Yep. Helps the memory.
Comments.
Helps the memories.
Endocrine system. I'm not
I
sure.
saw that a minute ago. Who said that? Who was it that said that?
Janet Parker.
Yeah.
Endocrine system.
Endocrine
Endocrine
system.
Endocrine. Yep.
Elaborate, Janet, if you're still here,
Yeah.
please. For my stupidity. I shouldn't say us.
Later she was out.
Huh?
I think she said she was taken off. It says later, Uncle Moonshine.
I missed that. Damn it. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
All right, Joe. Good seeing you.
Yeah. Hopefully we didn't bore you.
She's one I just recently met on TikTok.
Well, there you go. Yep.
Yeah, not the other one I was telling you about, the herbalist.
Yep. She probably knows more than we do, so she's like,
well, that's not the same girl. But I did meet Joe on TikTok around the same time, actually.
Yeah. There's a lot to it, but there isn't. Once you break down what you can find, and you know what you're looking for. That's why I'm trying to keep with the spring stuff so you guys can.
All right, Jason Acosta. Good night, buddy.
But those firesiders seem to be really popular now.
Yeah.
And
of course, you can drink alcohol.
well, these are made with apple cider vinegar.
I know. I'm just
but you can use alcohol, just like JB did.
The hot toddies.
Pretty much, they're all the same ingredients: the lemons, jalapeno peppers, red onions, an orange, peppercorns, cinnamon stick, cloves. fresh thyme, rosemary, and oregano.
Rosemary and thyme.
Radish root.
There was a song about that. Wasn't it? Rosemary and thyme.
Yeah.
Sage, rosemary and thyme. Yeah.
Yep. Sage, rosemary, and thyme. Ginseng, ginger root,
Simon and Garfunkel.
Simon and Garfunkel.
The things we remember.
Yeah.
I can't remember what I did 5 minutes ago. Pretty funny.
But
Hey,
don't
are there any herbs that help with memory?
with memory. Yeah. I don't know. Smoke.
Yeah, they help the alcohol.
Yep. Smoke pot because you have more fun and you might remember it then.
Right?
Hash oil.
Yeah, there you go.
But like the plantain, that's going to be coming up now. If you take and crush it up, add a little bit of water, and put it through your blender or whatever. And I leave it like it is. But if you take and strain it out or whatever, you can put it in ice cube trays and freeze it in little blocks, and then put it in a Ziploc baggie, and you'll have it for anything that happens. It's like
That's for like
cuts and sores and
yes,
blisters, bug bites and stings.
burns, yeah.
Yeah, burns. The don't touch them. They're the no touch me's. It's good for poison ivy.
I used to always call them touch me nots. Yeah.
Yeah, touch me nots. Yeah. I was just trying to scroll down to see it.
Thought that was part of a verb.
They grow together.
I'm sorry.
Jewelweed. They usually grow together. And
Yeah, the poison ivy.
Yep. You can do the same with that, That has a lot of liquid in the system, in the stems and stuff. It makes a lot when you do that.
I have to remember that because when I go hiking a lot here in Florida on these hiking trails and stuff, you see poison ivy everywhere, and I never look for jewel, so I'll have to start looking for that.
I'm just gonna see. It is
This
page 1.
grows down poison ivy.
They grow right near, close to each other because they take the same habitat. That is
Right.
page 185 in that book.
Okay.
Jewel.
I'll have to flip to it and mark it. As much as I like to go hiking, I need to get some of that.
Yes. Yeah. And there's a whole thing that we hadn't touched on would be the mushrooms, like the lion's mane
Mushrooms.
and reishi, turkey tail, usnea. All of them are really good for different things, but
In
they're
case
easy.
you're wondering, you see me flip through. I have the physical book, so it takes me a little bit longer. Not that it wouldn't otherwise, but
Yeah, I have to scroll down all the way 185 if I wanted to go there.
yeah, I have to check that out.
Oops, that didn't work. Page down. There we go. 185.
That's right, Donald. You're right. Ginseng is good for memory. You're absolutely right.
Yep. Yeah, ginseng's
A lot of it.
it's
Put
so
it
good.
in my vein and let it go.
Yeah, ginseng's really good for a lot of things. And they say it's when you pick it, it looks like a man's body and the legs, so it looks like a body.
I always thought of it as one of those pin dolls, the witch doctor dolls.
Yeah. Page up. 185. Now it'll take forever for my computer to load up to that page. I don't know if it will, but jewelweed is good for poison ivy, bug bites, and stuff.
Yep.
And burns. My page isn't loading up, so I'm just going by memory. There we go.
More than I am. What's up, Jeremy Stewart? Welcome in, buddy.
Indications, blah, blah. Antifungal. Bruises, burns, eczema, insect bites, poison ivy. Okra spines
Damon.
and stinging nettle.
We'll have to send Damon some of that. So when I show him a jar of pickled okra, here's your remedy.
Acne and eczema, heat rash, ringworms, warts, sores, and other skin irritations.
I saw something else that was really good. I saw it today. Something that was really good for acne. I can't remember what it was. I need some ginseng.
So you can remember.
I swear, man.
Honey is really good for acne.
I just read it today. I can't remember. Damn it.
Athlete's foot, ringworm, other fungal infections.
The fun guy. He's not a fun guy.
Used as a diuretic to promote blood flow.
There you go.
Gastrointestinal upset.
You're not dropping something but David Dance. Blood flow. Larry Smith, how you doing, buddy?
But those are all in that book if you want to check out that book. Like I said, it's free and it stays right there on the computer, on your internet, so it doesn't load up your phone or your computer with it.
That's really cool, too. I need to do that instead of keep referring to my book. I tell everybody else on here to do it, and I'm not even done it yet.
I have it loaded up, but it just doesn't. It takes so long for my computer to get down there.
Right.
And we figure out what we want to.
Moonshine Red, how you doing, buddy? See you in a minute, sir. Donald Slavy says the voodoo doll. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of, the voodoo doll. Go get me some ginseng and grab it and bring it home and paint a face on it and start stabbing it.
Calendula's page 55.
Turn to your hymnals. Page 55, and join us in singing Praise the Lord.
Praise the calendula aficionado. Anti-aging, collagen producing.
We all use that.
But they're really easy to grow and pretty. They're, orange, yellow-ish color. Muscle spasms, relaxes muscles, abdominal cramping, and constipation and menstrual cramps.
There you go. Hey, there's a vegetable that we haven't not mentioned that is really good for menstrual cramps. I learned this from my wife with us having 4 girls.
Yeah.
Pickles. Pickle juice is good for menstrual cramps.
Yep. Yams are really good too.
That's why I made pickle moonshine.
Yeah. Yeah, pickle juice.
Shut up.
Pickle juice is really good because it's got the vinegar in it.
Drink this and go to bed.
It says calendula is an immunostimulant. Treats skin infections, athlete's foot, diaper rash, cradle cap.
Richard Henderson, honey is another cure-all and everything confused with it almost. You're right, Richard.
Yeah.
And you'll find that with a lot of these remedies and tinctures and all this stuff that when you mix it, you'll see honey's in a lot of it.
Yeah. Well, a lot of them you can warm up your honey and put it in. I saved one a little while. I don't know if I shared it. It was honey, pot, and valerian. Valerian's a nice relaxation and it's painkiller. And my grandmother, I have the same plants growing that my grandmother grew. And I mean, they've gone everywhere. And valerian, it's a wicked good painkiller and calmative, and there was a good sleep aid. Was warm honey, and you mixed pot and valerian root in with it, and it. She goes, you sleep really well. You sleep like a stoned baby. But you could make it without the pot. You know, you don't need that. You know, you could put valerian and chamomile in. You know, chamomile's really good for sleeping.
I'm trying to share this with you, David Dance. I'm having issues as always. David Dance said he's having trouble seeing it, and he asked if we could send it to him through PM, private message.
Oh, yep.
You got that, Lisa?
I can do that.
You're the best. I
David.
mean that sincerely. I'm not trying to be an ass by saying that. I mean that.
David, dance, dance, dance.
I should play that song. I love that song.
I've called him that ever since that night. He's been David, dance, dance, dance ever since that.
That's funny. Yeah. I don't know, Larry. I don't know why you're not getting sound, buddy. Turn up your volume. I'm being an asshole. Sorry, buddy.
I'm trying to think of things that you guys can find now, you know, and
Yeah. I can't wait to get caught up on a lot of this stuff around the house so I can get out and forage more.
yes.
Forward to it. We got so many different plants here in Florida. It's not even funny.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and so different than us, you know, so
Yeah.
we don't have, you know, half the plants. Randy sent me a picture of a plant the other day. He goes, and these are blooming. I'm like, what the hell are they? I couldn't tell what they are. I'd never seen them before.
What did he tell you?
I don't know if he knew what they were or not. We ended up talking to Gavin. And I said I'd look it up. I was just going to Google the picture.
I got you. Well, what I'd like to do is download one of those apps where you can just take a picture of it. It tells you what it is.
Yep. Google does pretty good with that lens.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If you just go to the homepage of Google, and it'll say a search bar with Google. It'll have a little camera with a circle around it. You click that and you put a picture in there, and it'll.
Huh.
Yeah.
I'll remember that.
I did it the other day.
We don't have to pay for the app.
Yes. I did it the other day. We were wondering if some girl was a hacker. And of course, her picture was, you know, so cute and, you know, how sexy and all that. I took her picture and I put it in that Google Lens, and it came up with like 100 nudie sites that picture come from. So she was a hacker.
There you are.
She was also a guy, but you know.
I love those when they pop up and it says, Jade has changed his profile picture.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So that's how I ended up zeroing it out on what
All right, I'm glad you got it, buddy.
Yeah. So, but
That's funny.
That Lost Herbal book, I mean, it's really good. I like how you can look up things that are wrong with you first in there. You know, if you got an earache, it says, hey, go get some mullein flowers, you know, and make an oil out of them.
In your ear.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Bugs and all.
Yeah, if it's got a bee in it, it's even better. But it'll tell you, you know, it'll tell you what plants to go to, you know, to find to make that remedy. And in the beginning of the book, it has, you know, how to make the remedies. I'm pretty sure it's the beginning of the book. Yes, yep. It has salve making, tinctures and extracts and oils. That's right at the beginning of the book is like page 36, 30. It tells you how to make, you know, all those tinctures or oils or decoctions and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's bad enough I have all this moonshine stuff, and I'm going to clutter it up with all these tinctures and stuff. My wife's going to be having a fit. Where you gonna put all this stuff?
Yes. Yeah, I had a
In
cabinet.
a cold, dark place, honey.
Yeah. And another one that is really good, I don't know if they have it in the book or not, I probably do, is Sweet Flag irises. Uh, you see them beside the road, well, here in the
Yeah,
late
yeah.
little blue flowered irises, and they're Sweet Flag irises. And they're really useful too. I have to get back up into the
Flowers.
glossary here.
That's what I'm looking at. I'm
But
not gonna find it. I'm terrible at finding shit. I'll be all day trying to find it.
remedies, muscle spasms, heart attack. Whoop, I went right.
I found being a drinker.
Whoop, you locked up. Did we all lock up?
It's because of alcohol.
Yes.
No, I didn't lock up.
I was wondering, I was doing the old bop over here, seeing if it was me. Yeah, my phone doesn't like to, computer doesn't like to load up everything. I go too fast for it.
Richard, picture this app. It's like $25 a year, but works great. That's good to know, Larry. Thanks for sharing that. And everybody else, if you can't read the comments, Larry says, I use picture of this app. It's like $25 a year, but it works great.
Yep.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yep.
That's good to know. Thanks for sharing, Larry.
I've always used the Google Lens, and that's free, of course, but
Yeah.
You have to watch it, because it'll like we were just talking about the henbit and the purple nettle. They look so much alike.
Yeah.
When you look something up, you got to make sure that it's really got that picture. But like all the bugs and stuff that you find on your plants, you can take a picture of it, throw it into Google Lens, and it tells you what the bug is, if it's beneficial or not.
Cool.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I never knew that. Learn something in the moonshine community every day.
Yeah, I'm a cheap bitch. I don't want to pay for nothing. If I don't have to, I try to live right on zero, as much as I can.
Especially nowadays.
Yeah, anything you can save. Another one everybody's going to know what it is lamb's quarter or goosefoot, it says. Once you see it, you'll see it everywhere. It's like a junk weed, when you rototill your garden and on the edges of the garden where you don't touch it anymore, the stuff comes up. That's
What's it called?
And that's really good shit, too.
What's it called?
Lamb's quarter.
Lamb's quarter.
93, page 93 in that book. The picture really doesn't do it very good. So, oh, yep, they do have a good picture of it. It's just before lavender. Dental health and tooth decay, it says. Colds, flu, general illness. We take the top shoots and we used them like spinach when I was a kid.
Oh. Lamb's quarter. There it is. Goosefoot. I know that. That's all over in my yard right now.
Yes, yeah, the tops of it. It says
it's everywhere.
It says it contains oxalic acid crystals.
Wow. I'll
kidney stone.
I'll take a picture of my yard and I'll send it to you, Lisa. I swear, this is everywhere.
Yep. The very top points.
That being said, without reading it, what's the best time to get it? Because all the flowers, I shouldn't say all of them, but like it's going in sections. And one section of it, the flowers are all gone now, but the newer ones are coming up. They're just now flowering. So when's the best time to get it?
Just before it flowers.
Okay. So now tomorrow will be a good time to get it.
Yeah, it says it gets bitter. Yeah.
Huh. That's funny.
It says it's good for tooth decay, dental health, colds, flu, general illness, induces perspiration, body aches.
You missed it, Lisa.
I probably did.
You said tooth decay. I went,
Oh man, I remember how sick I was with my teeth. So I had
hey, Mark Morgan.
you.
Shadows in the house.
I just see that shadow. Larry Smith, I used picture this. Yep,
Richard asked, is it just the flower of the nettle or the whole plant?
it's a whole plant. You,
Okay.
I've seen where they strip the lower ones off. You want the fresher top of them.
I saw a thing today. I was telling you about that lady I saw on TikTok.
The
She had a
flower.
really cool device. She had a bucket, right? And on the side of it, she had this little wood piece sticking up. It had three different holes, three different size holes in it. And she would pull the plant and pull the stem through it, and then just go, and
Yep.
all put it in the bucket. I was
Yep.
like, hell yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yep. That's how I harvest my weed. I put the stem through and yank it through. And for the smaller ones, I have a little. It's a mayonnaise jar top. Then I have a little V cut in the side of the top of the jar. And you set it down and just pull it through, and it strips all those little buds right off. So yeah, I see where that would work for that too.
Yeah, there's one she was just pulling just the flowers off. Then there was something else she just got the leaves and the flowers. So it's pretty cool. She had three different size holes and they just pull it right through. It's pretty cool.
Yep, nice. Yeah, you can do that. A little V cut in there too. Motorcycle syndrome. Oh, that'd drive me nuts.
Been a long night and no show. That sucks.
I used to ride my dirt bike year round. It didn't matter.
Tell your granddaughter, Mark, to take castor oil. That baby will pop right out.
Castor oil for the baby, yes. Yeah, castor oil is really good for your hair. And yeah, you can use that in your hair tonics and your beard tonics.
Roy Collier says in the comments, I have PMS, parked motorcycle syndrome.
I know. Oh, I used to hate that.
You know, women suffer from PMS. You know what men suffer from, right? MSB, massive sperm buildup.
You gotta back up.
I need some relief.
Yeah, you gotta back up over here.
MSB.
MSB. I had not heard that one.
How do you cure that?
You find a girl that had the warts.
Oh, Lisa.
It was St. John's girlfriend, weren't it? She must have some girlfriend.
Oh, Lord. Lisa. You're killing me. Hey, Lucy. How are you?
And what did we learn today, right?
So how was the podcast? What'd you learn?
I learned that St. John's girlfriend was a whore.
Ay.
Ay.
I don't have anything to shot with now. I don't get all my shots.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, Mr. Bill.
The other one we talked about last week was the mallow, like your marshmallow plants. Those are really good for stomach and nausea. They grow easily. It's an easily grown plant. And once you see them, you'll see them everywhere.
Mallow. I think we had it up here.
Yeah. You can, they say it's what's made the marshmallow, out of. I'm not sure how that's done, but.
That was weird. Sorry.
Great.
Yeah. I don't know how that was done either. I know when I make my s'mores, moonshine, I use marshmallow extracts. I'd love to know how they do the extract.
Yep. Yep. It's out of the root of the marshmallow plant. Althea. I remember I was trying to think of it and I kept calling it Acer, but it was Althea is the name of it.
Althea.
Like it looks like a hollyhock if you've seen hollyhocks.
Yeah.
It looks like a hollyhock.
Huh.
Page 107, my students.
I love it. Professor Lisa. 107, I'm turning. I went past it.
I'm just trying to think of things that you guys will have soon, to grow.
Yeah.
Where you are that are easy to grow and they're pretty in your garden,
Oh yeah, it's a pretty flower.
Yeah, so it's like a hollyhock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
But it's the root that you use, so you got to have so much of it, so it's probably better off buying it.
Right.
How much you have to grow to yank up the root of each time, so.
Right.
Some of these places, they grow it in farms, they have plenty of it.
There you go, David. It's like okra.
Damn that okra.
I love the fact that we tease him about that. Yeah, I love okra. I do. I grew up on okra.
Yeah, I've never had it. I've never had it, so I don't know. I understand fried okra isn't as bad.
No, yeah, it's not. It's not. It's really good, actually.
Yeah.
Mark Morgan says all I got is a beer here in the parking lot. It's more. Oh, I got a beer here. Yeah, I still got my beer.
But,
I'll do a chug instead of a shot.
tinctures. Yeah, that was the other thing for the tinctures and extracts. Make sure you write your dates down on them. Keep them in a cold, dry, darker place, so that even the black-eyed Susans, I was surprised. I didn't think black-eyed Susans, but they have the same goodness to them as echinacea, rudbeckia.
Really?
Yeah, I was surprised.
I used to grow those all the time.
Yeah, it says good for skin irritations, earaches, snake bites.
Damn.
One or two.
Says Althea plants.
Yep, marshmallow. But I was surprised that they have the same medicinal uses. Colds and flu, good for parasites. Black-eyed Susans are toxic to cats.
I need lots of them.
Yeah, I did not know that.
My next door neighbor, who lived next door to me for years, he rented, and his daughter had 2 cats, and he passed away from pneumonia. He got sick and went to the hospital and passed away. Well, his daughter moved back with her mom and whatnot. We left the cats. I got these cats hanging out my yard now.
Oh my, yeah.
But guess I need to get some black-eyed Susans, huh? Actually, they help keep the rodents down, so I don't mind.
Yes, yep. Lemon balm, that's a good one for people to grow. It's really good in your drinks, if you're going to make like an orange drink or, lemonade type drink. It's really good, but it has antibacterial and antifungal. Say it's good for diabetes.
There you go.
Hey, St. John's girlfriend ought to use it because it says it's good for herpes, cold sores, and shingles.
Helps with STDs.
See what you started, Jason. I don't know if you're still here, but look what you started.
He left.
No, did he?
Yeah.
He sent me a really nice package of stickers.
What's up, Roy?
Althea plants. Yes, the marshmallows.
Yeah, he sent me one of his challenge coins. I like yours a lot too. I love yours.
Thank you. It's the little Ditch Witch part, you know, on the little sticker up here. It's down low, and that was my fault. I didn't center it the best when I ordered them. But
well, then you got this one too. Hold on, I can find it. Where is it, Mark? Should be at the top.
Yeah,
There's that one. There's this one. There you go.
I'm supposed to be getting some white T-shirts with the other Ditch Witch sticker on it for white T-shirts. That one on a white T-shirt, it looks pretty sharp.
Yeah, I'm sure. That's awesome.
I
love white shirts, but man, I get them dirty in like 3 minutes.
I can't keep them clean either. But then again, I always look at it like, you know, a white shirt that's stained all up, you know, it's like, oh, they love that shirt enough to keep wearing it, you know?
Right.
So.
There was one year I had some T-shirts made with my logo on it. I wore it to Maggie Valley, and I wore that necklace that, I can't think of his name. He's making those moonshine jugs.
Oh, yep. Steve.
Yeah, Steve Watson, yeah. And I didn't realize it, but that leather on there with that sweat, it stained the shit out of that white T-shirt around my neck. I didn't even realize it until afterwards. I go back to the hotel, take my shirt. I was like, oh my God.
Mother's wort.
Mother's wort. I got some of that right here. Page 112.
That was St. John's girlfriend's mother.
Yeah, she had all those warts.
And all the warts. Oh no.
Cardiac.
Mother's wort, right there, page 112.
Yep, that's what I'm on.
And it will not load up page 113 for me.
Really?
There was a problem loading
this one uses it's best known for its benefits to the heart. There you go, David Dance. And the treating woman's complaints. I can't believe that's what it said.
And then they have the Mormon tea, ephedra. You see that growing around everywhere.
Mormon tea, I saw that. That was back on page 111, right?
Yeah. Yep, 111. And
it does grow everywhere.
One of the things that ephedra, it was in ephedrine.
Right.
And that's like a speed almost.
Yeah.
The bronchial opener. I'd never seen the little flowers.
What's up, Tracy Bumgarner? How you doing, sir? Welcome in.
Use with care. Do not use it on people known to have arrhythmias or other problems where ephedrine, there we go, is contradicted.
Richard says Amish use mallow and marshmallows for healthy snacks for kids. I have a video of the recipe somewhere. Larry Smith says mother's wort is an amazing plant for the heart and a whole lot of things for women. That's what I just. You're right, Larry. Because just reading it, I had to laugh because it said on there for women's complaints.
The women's complaints.
Yeah, well, my wife starts complaining, I'm right here. Take some of this. You're 1 year med free for your heart. That's awesome, Larry. Congratulations, buddy. That's awesome.
Nice. Very cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, isn't that funny? It jumps right over. It won't load up 113 for me.
Yeah, seriously. Hold on, let me read it. Let me get up here where I can read it better. I just found it funny that it said that. Medical use. Motherwort is best known for its benefits to the heart and for treating women's complaints. So I guess the man would take it, right?
Yeah. Shut your mouth, woman. Put some of this in it.
Oh my God. We need some mother's work right now. Oh, Lord, help me.
I need another. Maybe I'll shut my mouth.
No, you're good. This is a lot of fun. I'm enjoying this.
It is fun to learn, I've learned throughout it, it's hard to remember everything, but
Oh, yeah.
no.
I went to school for horticulture, and that was 10 years ago. I don't remember half this shit.
Yeah, but that's a lot because that's a lot of the dirt and the trees and the shrubs, and that's more than just like an herbal book,
That was one of the things that was interesting about that. A lot of those classes, I had to take some soil classes, learn the different types of soils. It was very interesting. It really was. I want some.
That had extra salt in it.
Oh. Not good for the best.
Saturday morning, I woke up and my lips were so chapped from doing salt and tequila.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it. Especially where it's cold.
Ooh. But I don't know what else we'd, coming into spring, and I'm trying to stay with things that you guys will find this spring,
Yeah, and it's always, like you're pointing out too, it all depends on your location. Like where you're at, you're gonna still a few months out.
Yeah. You get like 6 inches of snow. I don't know if it stopped yet, but we were getting an inch of snow an hour.
Wow.
It was coming down. They had the herbs to repel bugs: eucalyptus, lemongrass, rosemary, lavender, catnip, thyme, bay leaves, lemon balm, sage, peppermint, citronella, sweet basil.
All your mints.
Yep.
The mints are really good for mosquitoes.
Yeah. Yep.
When I was in Jacksonville, we had this huge bush of mint. I mean, it's huge. And I'd be out front and I'd have a mosquito problem. I'd go back on the back patio, sit out there, and it didn't bother me.
Didn't bother you at all.
Mark Morgan says ginger is supposed to super good for the body. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's really good for digestion, and I just did those candies, ginger and lemon candies.
Yep.
It's a fresh ginger juice, 1 tablespoon. So you'd grind up all your ginger and get a tablespoon of juice out of it, a tablespoon of lemon juice, 2 tablespoons of honey, and you add powdered sugar until it gets to be like a doughy consistency, so you can roll it into balls, and then put some powdered sugar on it to coat it so they don't stick together. And they're really sweet. They're good.
That's awesome. I love that.
Some of the
I'm gonna have to play this back and write a lot of this shit down. You know that, right?
I've loaded it into our
Right.
little spot where you and I have
Well,
all.
put that in the chat. Lisa and I have created a chat for after we do these lives that you can go to a chat on Morgan Moonshine page and click on it and read the things that we went over. So be looking for that the next day or two, guys.
Yep,
And,
I'll load them in tomorrow. I won't do them tonight.
yeah, there's no hurry, sweetie.
I tried to do them during the day
You
because
do
it goes ding, ding, ding. Don't want to bug people. Just shut the
That's what I did. I just shut it off. But I'll go look at it and see what people are commenting, what kind of comments are from here time to time. I'll think about it and I'll go look at it.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't looked. I just loaded them on there. I figured if somebody really wanted to know, they'd text me.
Yeah. Good boy. Paul Doyle, how you doing? You just came in. Can I call shots on the chat? Yeah, you can call it, but I don't know if anybody is joining you.
Please do.
Mark, I think you call shots in your sleep.
Well, I told you about that morning. I woke up and I went shots, and I couldn't figure out. I just sat right up in bed from a dead sleep. Shots, and it was Tim out in the kitchen. He was stirring his coffee, and it was going ding, 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 ding. It was like, man, I'm such a trained seal.
Oh man, that's funny as hell.
Woke me right up out of a dead sleep. And I'm like,
time for shots.
Time for shots. Mark Morgan called shots. It was Tim.
I don't have any. Where is it?
Yeah, looking around.
You doing a big old shot of chamomile or something?
Ooh.
Yeah.
I used to like chamomile tea, but I don't know. It's kind of like a hay flavor. You got to add something to it,
Always, yeah. There's some of those that I've had. Just add honey, cheers it right up.
Yep. Yeah, cheers it right up. Yep. Shots.
I think you just have a habit of calling shots. Shots.
Shots. But red clover, it would be something to look for, because somebody had asked about menopause. Red clover is really good, and it's good in a tea, so it doesn't have a strong flavor. And what was the other one? Red raspberry leaf. I didn't know that. Red raspberry leaf. And the nettle that they're talking about would be not the little purple nettle, but not the big stinging nettle. There's another nettle that's good
I know
for
what you're talking about. It's real popular in Missouri too.
And the black cohosh is really good, whereas regular cohosh is good for the men. Black cohosh is good for girls.
I was reading your mind, Mark. Mark Morgan says, actually, that's strange. You mentioned chamomile. My wife got some yesterday because I don't sleep good.
Yep.
Haven't tried it yet. That and St. John's wort.
Yep. Yes, St. John's wort. Is it St. John? Yeah, St. John's wort and primrose was for the girls.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I know that. What's that one everybody's been taking to help them sleep? It's not a herbal or nothing, but it's what the hell is it called? I ate it. Huh?
Melatonin.
Yeah, melatonin. Yes, that shit just makes me too damn groggy.
Yeah.
I sleep good, but when I wake up, I'm just like, ugh.
Some people have a real hard time with their dreams with melatonin.
It does make you dream some funky ass dreams. I'll say that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You wake up going, what the hell was that?
Yeah. Valerian root is real good for sleeping. Lavender, chamomile. Wow.
I got a shitload of lavender.
Yeah. They make a sleep pillow, and it's like just a little pillow, and they stuff it with herbs, and it's lavender and chamomile and rose petals, and you put a little bit of vanilla oil on it. Oh, it smells so good.
Morgan said he tried that, but he had nightmares. Yeah, it'll have you
Yeah.
having some funky ass dreams. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chamomile and lavender tea.
Yeah, when we had all the kids staying here, they had a hard time sleeping. It was melatonin. Take your melatonin before you go to bed.
Yeah. They have like those Tylenol PMs and
Yeah,
stuff, for going store bought. Those things are probably pretty good because it takes away your pain and helps you sleep.
right. I think I've tried it once or twice.
Yeah. I could fall asleep standing up.
There's times I can
Don't have a problem sleeping unless something's bugging me. If something's bugging me, I can't sleep.
just ask my wife. She'll tell you. She says, I've never seen a man lay down as soon as his head hits the pillow, he starts snoring.
Yeah.
Me, I can
If
fall asleep and drop a hat.
if something's bugging me, I stay up and stew on it. I can't sleep. It's like you can't shut it off.
Right.
So.
Then you get mad because you can't sleep. Then you can't sleep because you're mad.
Yep. Yep.
Damn, I just want to go sleep. Can't sleep.
They say if you can't sleep, if you make a routine of going around shutting your lights off or going around and locking your doors, you make a routine of it, a step process, and you follow that stepped process every day before you go to bed. They say you're more ready. It gets your body ready. It acknowledges that you're ready to
You get
sleep.
ready to go to bed. Right.
Yeah.
Just kind of like my dog. The family, actually, it's my daughter's dog, but she knows the routine.
Yeah.
You know, we get done eating dinner. As soon as I start putting dishes in the dishwasher, she'll go lay down. She's waiting for treats, snacks. But as soon as those dishes start going in the dishwasher, nope, we're done. Off she goes.
My dogs are the first thing I do in the morning and the last thing I do at night. I let them out before I, go to bed, get
Right.
ready. So they know the routine, that way.
Welcome in, Vicky. Good to see you.
But they say if you do a routine of shutting your lights off or, grabbing a glass of water.
Yeah, your body and your mind just get used to, okay, I'm doing all these things right before I go to sleep.
Yeah.
I get that.
And it gets you into the routine of it. So you do those steps right in order each time, and it'll help you sleep.
Mark says he goes to sleep fine for about an hour, then just toss, my bad, toss and turn dozing.
Yeah.
I thought you had toe problems. I was like, what?
No, you'd need to address what's waking you up. Either you're not comfortable, or you're hot, or there's pain somewhere, or the nightmares are waking you up. Some people have nightmares.
Yeah, he was saying the melatonin gave him nightmares.
They say if you write down your dreams, and that makes your body know that it's important to you to remember them, and so you'll remember your dreams more. And if you write down like ways out of the nightmare, of ways of solving it before it happens, if you almost write your own story of the dream, you won't have those dreams as much because your mind will be able to process a problem as it happens, and your dreams won't be as nasty because your brain won't allow it. Your brain will figure out a way out of it.
That's cool.
I've never had nightmares so bad I had to worry about it, but they say if you want to remember your dreams, to keep a journal, and that trains your mind to remember those things, and you'll remember your dreams more clearly because your brain thinks it's important to you. I can't tell you what dreams mean, like
Right.
you see a dragon in your dream. I don't know if that means your mother-in-law or not, but they say if you want to remember your dreams, to write them down.
You have dreams of monkeys on your back. I don't know if that's saying something.
Yeah, we get
Oh, that
the
is interesting. You know, that's food for thought. I like that. That's pretty good.
yeah,
Kim says she always has nightmares. It's pretty normal for her, and she doesn't take anything to sleep.
yeah, yeah. They say if you write down how you're gonna get out of it, you know how because you always wake up like just before the dragon grabs you, you wake up, and stuff. And they say if you in your little dream journal, if you write down, how you would have gotten out of that before the dragon, got you, that now your mind will start processing before in nightmares, and it doesn't let nightmares be as bad.
Call Mighty,
Figure
call
it
Mighty Python in the search of the Holy Grail, the Knights of Neat. They'll take care of that dragon.
out. Yeah, yeah. The sword under my bed.
There you go.
Wake up and your pillows in pieces.
I was really into a lot of that back in the day with King Arthur and all that. And I have Merlin's sword. A friend of mine bought me Merlin's sword. So I'll keep that under my bed to fight the dragon.
I was always into the Knights Templar. I always thought that was a cool
Yeah, yeah,
piece of history.
it is really interesting. It still is today. I love watching and hearing about that shit.
Yep. Yeah, my father was a Mason. And I remember when I was really young, I had to go with him to the meetings because my mom worked nights. So I'd go to the meetings. So I'd always be sitting there and during the Masons meeting, and I always thought that I was hearing something I weren't supposed to hear. It was always.
You probably was.
Yeah, I was just too young to
Right,
collect any of it.
right.
I remember it was always, like a secret meeting and, all that. So I remember feeling very special that I was there at all.
Right. That's
Knights
cool.
Templar, it always meant something to me.
That's interesting.
No, I'll load all these things up into the chat tomorrow
Yeah.
of spring stuff that you should look for, to make
Absolutely.
your herbal closet. Because sometimes you need something and you can't find it because it already happened in the spring, and then you won't find it again.
Right.
So
Very good, valid point. You're right. And it does have a long shelf life, especially if you dry it.
yep, when it's
And
dried.
also in this book, it also tells you how to dry certain herbs and how to keep it, preserve it. So I highly recommend you guys click that link and save it and reference it. It's got a lot of good stuff in there.
Yep.
Tells you how to make the tinctures, what to make it with, the shelf life, all that. So
Yep. Yep.
Kim says, I just say, screw it. It's just a bad accident I had. And just keep reliving that part of my dream, but always end up in a wheelchair or something else. Damn, Kim.
Yeah, that's. Yep, write it down. Think of ways that you're gonna get out of it. Before you get into
Wonder Woman.
before you get into the car. Somebody walks up. Some St. John Wart's girlfriend come up and invites you to another party, and you go another direction. Start changing the storyline of your dream. And your mind, as you're dreaming, it'll get to that point where you're going to climb into the car or get on the motorcycle or, on the carnival ride, whatever happens. You'll get to that point in your dream, and your mind will remember what you wrote down, and your mind will want to go with what's important to you. And what's important to you is what you took the time to write down. So your mind will change that dream and follow your storyline and not the dream storyline. Is how
The Knight Templar started the first banking system. You're right, Mark. They did. We're going to change this from the witching hour to the historical hour.
Yes. I hated history in school.
Right? Who didn't? Who didn't?
Yeah. But history now, I don't get enough of it. I watch the History Channel a lot. I don't so much like the wars. I'm not a beat 'em up, kill 'em, shoot 'em, stab 'em person.
Right.
Yeah, I like the war because of the storyline and stuff, but I don't like to watch it.
The history.
Yeah,
Right. The history of why it happened and what happened during this time and at this place. Yeah, I do too.
yeah. Me and Dennis Mullins were just talking about the history in the wars way back, in the Revolutionary War and stuff.
What a
I
time.
I had family of mine that was in the wars, and he had family of his that were in the wars, but we're far enough apart that we were almost opposing sides. You know, so it's a
That's fine.
difference in the history of how I was taught history
Sure.
and he was taught history because of
Sure.
our locations.
Makes total sense.
Yeah,
The same with what Richard said about the dreams. It makes sense. Absolutely makes sense.
yeah,
You're in control, so yeah, you just write them down, and then your mind knows that. And, hey, when I get to this part, I'm doing this.
yeah, yeah. That's how you get rid of the recurring dreams.
I used to have the recurring dream that I was falling out of the sky.
Oh, I hate those. You jump those.
Uh,
I hate those.
just before you hit the ground.
Yeah.
I used to have that all the time.
Yeah. I don't dream much, and just I don't know. Lately, I've been dreaming.
Yeah, just that you don't remember, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Or I don't get to that REM part of my sleep, or whatever it is. Isn't it a REM part of your sleep that
Right.
you dream in?
I know when I do, I'll wake up thinking, what the hell was that all about, or what the fuck, or that seems so real. But 10 minutes later, I couldn't remember a thing about it. What was
Yeah.
that dream again?
Yeah. That's why they say if you're gonna, have trouble with your dreams, start keeping a dream journal and write it down the minute you get up. And that way you remember it and you remember it clearly. If it's an orange rabbit, you remember that, and to write it down. And that way your brain knows that your dreams are important to you and it tricks your brain into paying attention. And then you can almost write your own stories.
That's pretty
You-
cool.
you-
I like that. I love that. Thanks for sharing it. That's awesome. Mark says it's interesting that the thought of Friday the 13th is bad. But actually, that's when they put a lit of Templar to death after they were lied to and used to gain goods. So history says.
yeah. I know that castle that they have there that the Templars were kept in, the king kept the Templars in that one room.
Yeah.
And they went in and just ended up slaughtering them all in that room. And the bloodline on the wall, how thick it was from just people being in there and them slaughtering them all.
Unbelievable.
Uh, uh, incredible to give somebody that much, power that
Yeah.
they think they, can,
Yeah, well, when you're a king, you think you have that much power and you just use it. And
Yeah.
I,
Well,
I couldn't be a king.
I couldn't be a mean one.
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right.
And some of the decisions that they've had to make, it was a hard decision to make, but like, if they didn't have water, that these people are going to have to die so they can get water,
Right.
and those decisions are hard to make.
Crazy.
That's a whole nother
Absolutely.
podcast.
Yeah, you're right.
Welcome to
History Hour.
History 101.
History Hour with Mark Morgan.
But I'll load all these pictures that I've talked about and some of the spring herbs into the chat.
Yeah,
Yes.
descriptions and pages to look them up. If you guys download that or have it,
Yeah.
you can look them up yourself. And it'll be kind of a reference of what we talked about. And you can look back on it by using that reference on the link.
Yep. But I was trying to stick with like the spring things that you guys could do. and cough and cold we did last week. So
Yeah.
we kind of hit on that with a fire cider and the ginger throat lozenges. But coming into spring, you want to look for.
We'll be going with the into allergies. Actually, they're already starting down here. I got guys complaining at work about their allergies.
Yep. See, now if last fall, if we'd kept our goldenrod, we'd have been all ready for it. So that's why I kind of start in the spring, if you start looking for things and drying them out and get your labeling and your.
Become a prepper. Prepare.
Yeah.
Be a Boy Scout. Be a Boy Scout. Be prepared.
Yeah. Well, and it's free if you go get it yourself and you can find it and you have access to it.
It's fun. Take the kids.
Go
on a date. Have them help you find it. They'll get poison ivy. Then you can find the remedy for that.
That was one we talked about last week, and I couldn't find it. It was cleavers. And cleavers. Once you know what they look like and stuff, you'll always know what they are. They cling to you. It's like a Velcro.
Yeah.
And they're little stars for leaves.
Cleaver.
Of course, that's the page that my camera doesn't want to, computer doesn't want to load up. No, it jumps right over them. It doesn't have cleavers.
All right, Richard. Have a good night, buddy. Thanks for joining us, buddy. Appreciate you. 100%. I think
cleavers.
We've been into this 2 hours again, so I'm going to end it, and we'll Lisa and I'll touch on base and figure out what we're going to talk about next week. Maybe we'll just reminisce.
Yeah, we'll try and
talk about warts.
Let's see if we can't get St. John's girlfriend. Some of her girlfriends come around liven the place up.
That's another thing. While we're thinking about that, I mean, not that, but not that, but Lisa and I are talking about bringing a special guest on. I'm talking to an herbalist to bring on as a special guest to talk more about herbs, and also reach out to my old professor in college and see if he'll come on and talk about some stuff. So in the near future, hopefully we'll have some special guests on and help us talk about different things, and you can quiz them. So there you go.
Yes, yeah. And they'll be able to spit stuff out quicker than us as far as, what it's used for and how to use it. And, like if it should be tinctured or oiled or honey. I mean, most things can be tinctured. That's how I'm taking it.
We all make moonshine, so.
Yes. Well, that's how I'm taking it. Most of you guys would use it as a tincture or a tea, maybe. But
well, thank you for all the good comments, and appreciate you guys 100%. And thanks for coming back and being a part of this show and making the comments and keeping us going with the comments. We really appreciate you guys. And it helps us learn too. We know what things to look for, what you guys are interested in. And I know Lisa and myself, I'll remember some of these questions, like David with your heart problems. I'll be looking up heart issues and stuff.
Yes, yeah. Yeah.
We can put it on the chat. We can put stuff like that in the chat. You can look it up, and there you go.
Well, in the book, you can look right up, blood circulation, heart problems. It has a heart section in there.
It helps us learn too,
But you want
you guys ask questions and want to know something, then it helps us to look it up, and then now I know,
Our liquor store works best. Yes, it does. Yeah.
I missed that one.
I just said it a second ago. Larry Smith.
Our liquor works the best, you're right. Hey, Mark Fruitman, yeah. Stay safe, Larry. All right, y'all. I'm going to end it. Thanks for coming. See you guys next week. Episode 3 next week.
Yes. Thank you all.
Shine on, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Good night.